Two Live
Wow.
Crew had invoked Section 203 of the Copyright Acts, which allows artists to reclaim transferred rights after 35 years. Now, they saying that they won initially in 2024, but the appeal courts found a fatal technicality. Member Mark Ross had gone personally bankrupt in 2000, which stripped him of his individual termination rights. Because one member's rights was gone, the group couldn't collectively terminate. One bankruptcy filed 26 years ago cost them their legacy.
What's up, everybody? This is the world famous Ed Lover, and you are watching Forgotten Kings TV. That's right, Forgotten Kings TV. Come on, son.
Was Two Live Crew, man. Now, I know Uncle Luke right now, he's, running for office. Shout out to him.
Shout out to Uncle Luke.
But they're saying that Two Live Crew lost their masters.
Yeah, I'm curious to hear how they lost their masters.
Now, according to an appeals court, or to an article, they're saying an appeals court reversed Two Live Crew's 2024 victory to reclaim ownership of their classic albums from 1986 to 1989. The masters remain with Little Joe Records, owned by Joseph Weinberger, who purchased them for approximately $800,000 during a 1995 bankruptcy by Uncle Luke's Luke Records. Two Live Crew had invoked Section 203 of the Copyright Acts, which allows artists to reclaim transferred rights after 35 years. Now, they're saying that they won initially in 2024, but the appeal courts found a fatal technicality. Member Mark Ross had gone personally bankrupt in 2000, which stripped him of his individual termination rights. Because one member's rights was gone, the group couldn't collectively terminate. One bankruptcy filed 26 years ago cost them their legacy. Okay? Now, why is this important for those who may not know? Because, again, we got a younger audience. Shout out to y'all for the younger ones, right? To the followers. But this matters because, again, Two Live Crew fought obscenity laws in the Supreme Court in 1992 and won, which means they fought for free speech in hip-hop and won. They fought for their own rights and lost it in a courtroom because of a bankruptcy technicality.
Damn.
Again, conversation about black artists owning their catalog, right? You see how something like this, a technicality happens, but the fact that no one is talking about this, I mean, Rec, what are your thoughts when you hear about this, man?
I mean, it hurts as somebody who has his own independent imprint, like myself, because that's your generational wealth, for your family, your masters, your catalog. And for you to lose that on a technicality, that hurts. You feel me? And it should be covered by all these media outlets, especially the ones who claim to be hip hop, part of the culture. Hey man, I want to see if did Uncle Luke address it yet?
I've been, monitoring everything. I haven't seen anything yet. Like I said, he's on his political campaign right now, but as of, according to this article, they're saying they are unable to appeal the decision.
Oh, wow.
So it's unfortunate, like I said, but again, with this industry, we understand, most importantly, you have to be about your business. A lot of us are creatives. The business is draining, frustrating.
Very draining.
Get it.
Very draining.
Time
But you
consuming.
gotta be very time consuming, very strenuous. Because this is the pros and the cons in a nutshell. As creatives, you want to just create because it's like we said before, it's draining to deal with the business side of things because it takes away from the creativity. You know, but you got to find that balance because you're gonna lose. You know, in the long haul. You know, prime example, they lost their masters on the technicality. You know, because certain business wasn't handled a certain way. Let's just say that. Not gonna get into all the, you know.
I mean,
black
we
and white.
understand how.
Yeah.
I was gonna say, yeah, we understand how these things happen, right? In the business, people go through certain financial ups and downs.
Correct.
But you know, for the conspiracy theorists, some could argue that this was just payback for the history that they made. You know, them being able to fight for rights for artists, right? Using freedom of speech, being able to express yourself, right, as an artist.
Correct.
The government didn't like that because
Not
now
at
you
all.
can say whatever you wanted and not be held liable in a court of law. So now the same artists who are able to essentially open the door for the Sexy Reds and all of the artists you see now today, you know, if it wasn't for Luke and Two Live Crew, should be looking real different. But
Real
like I
different.
said, some could argue that this is just payback for them being the ones to make the history doing it like this. What do you say about that?
I think you're right. You feel me? It sure feels like it. You know, this is payback. You know, shouts to rest in peace to Tupac. You
And
know,
that's the thing. We had a lot of artists that was, you know, that music was stolen.
correct.
You know what I mean? And I remember, I think it was Lizzo. She was in an interview with Gilly and Wallow. She was saying how, you know, none of the copyright laws or anything apply to our artists, the ones who, you know, originated some of these genres of music that's making all of this money. Even in hip hop. If you really do your homework and study the evolution and you study some of the first samples and breaks, these were all, you know, recorded from artists, musicians. Some of them didn't get their just due. When you find out some of your favorite artists like Luther Vandross, right, and many others, essentially hip hop put them out of business, man. By the time the 90s came around, it was tough. For an R&B singer, an R&B group, you know, hip hop was the latest thing. And looking back, it's just like, it's a part of evolution, but you always make sure to, you know, pay respect.
Correct.
You can't go back and change the course of history. But now that we know, you know what I mean, we pay respect. In this case, with Two Live Crew, it's unfortunate. Hopefully, Uncle Luke can figure out a way to, you know, use his
Political ties.
to make some things happen, because it's a lot going on right now in politics in general, in the real world. You know, when y'all here tuning in with us, we try to give y'all some form of relief, some wisdom, a little bit of knowledge to take with you on your way. But yeah, like I said, man, unfortunate, but for the newer artists, please, man, be serious about your business. Be a beast. The same way you're about, you know, your jewelry and everything else, the image. Listen, be about your business, because in the end, that's how you win. For real.
Correct.
I ain't seen Chameleon there in a long time.
You know why? He in the tech business. Different
Come
kind of
on.
money right there, man. You talking about he getting to it, to my understanding, 7 figures and better. Do the math. Literally.
That's what I'm saying. But
Salute to him.
yeah, salute to all of the artists that, you know, still getting to it, found a way to break the bank from a business standpoint, because right now it's all about the hustlers right now. If you're a hustler, you ain't worrying about nothing right now.
Correct.
But if you waiting on a sponsor, a donor,
like a video vixen,
yeah, a sugar
right.
daddy,
Sugar daddy, sugar mama,
you're done, son.
cooked.
Come on. But before we let y'all go, I want to show y'all something right quick. Just to let y'all know we not playing with y'all, man. You see this, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay, y'all. This is the official website to the MREC and Rip show. Make sure y'all hit the link. Check it out in the rack. You know, it's going to have some of our latest episodes. It's going to, feature this episode right here specifically. You got some of Rec's live streams that's going to be uploaded on here. Right? We got the history. You know, me and Rec, we've been making history since, 2023. Known each other since 2021. But
Correct.
if you don't know, now it's time to get acquainted. Okay? Got the breakdown. You come down here, you got the history, the timeline, and Rec, most importantly, because again, for those who may not know, this man has been in the game for 2-3 decades. He was doing content before you knew what content was. Talking days of the DVD, the CDs, the VHSs.
Yes, sir. Salute.
Come on.
I'm just happy to be here. You know,
Come on.
Still be here. Still putting on for the people.
Come on.
You know?
The work still needs to be done.
Yeah.
Right? Shout out to Reggie Carroll. We holding you down, King.
Rest in peace, King.
You know what I'm saying? Come on. Had to keep it 100. Talk about the history, the impact from that Cat Williams interview, and, how we were a part of that and how that materialized into a comedy special with Scruncho and Reggie Carroll. I mean,
man,
come on.
That rollout was so epic. You know, we'll talk about that, later on, but do your research and you'll understand that what we did, it was so phenomenal, and not to pat ourselves on the back, but we really shook up the world, shook up the culture with that project and all the individuals who contributed. Once again, rest in peace, Reggie Carroll, salute to Scruncho, and everybody who played a part in that.
Yes, sir.
Knockout Kings of Comedy.
Yeah, just it was one of those small building blocks to what we building now, right?
Yes, sir.
But if you come to the site, you'll see all our followers on social media just to stay informed. We got hip-hop quiz, culture, But most importantly, we want y'all to submit your name, submit your info.
Tap in.
Yes, please. So that way you can be informed about future events because, yes, we have some things in the work. But most importantly, we want to build our community outside of YouTube because you know how the politics is. And in the end, you never know what could happen. So make sure y'all hit the link, subscribe to the newsletter, leave us your information. You want paid promo for your business, shout outs, ad campaigns. We got you covered. Between me and MREC, what you want? Okay? He putting up millions of views a month. I'm putting up millions of views a month. Come on.
Salute.
We can promote your
all
product.
Independently too.
Yes, all independent. No machines, no entities. No nothing behind us.
We ain't no streaming farms. We ain't cooking the numbers. None of that.
No.
Like your favorite rappers. None of that.
No.
Organic. All organic.
For real. And shout out to the content creators who know what I'm talking about. Everything.
Correct.
It's tough. Might not be the best, but in the end, it's what's necessary to get the job done. But I just wanted to show y'all that to let y'all know that, from here on out, we're going to keep promoting our platforms, integrating it with the machine that we building. You got anything you want to let the people know before we get out of here, King?
Subscribe to the MREC and Rip channel on YouTube. Make sure to tap in with the website now that you see on the screen. Subscribe to Forgotten Kings TV 2.0 on YouTube. And I believe your site is up too, right? Tap in with
Yeah.
Forgotten Kings TV 2.0. Is it what is it? .com? Is it what's the
I
landing?
gotta change up the domain name. I think it's like
Okay.
$10 for like a year, something like that, to put the Forgotten Kings TV. But right now it's NetLeafy. What is it? Lifey.app. But you know it's
Okay.
free. You know what I mean? The way we put it together. Like I said, but right now for this, we're gonna promote the NREC and Rip Show website.
Yes, sir. Make sure
Keep
you're
y'all
tapped in.
informed so that way, you know, if you want to see it organized, it's all right there. Thank you for watching my video. If you like what you see, make sure to hit that subscribe button if you haven't already. And also, hit that notification bell to get the latest on hip-hop, sports, comedy, whatever. All right, we got you covered over here at Forgotten Kings TV. And also, click on one of these videos, okay? All right, y'all. Peace.